The Chicago Bears have locked up Jaylon Johnson long term. What type of money is he going to be making? And is this a good deal for the Chicago Bears moving forward and Jaylon Johnson? All that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Let's go. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. Only channel talks Chicago sports, how Chicago talks. So make sure that you get in tune with us. The Chicago Bears, per Adam Schefter and Jaylon Johnson, reach a 4-year deal with $54 million guaranteed. The deal will pay Jaylon Johnson $76 million over those 4 years, with $60 million in the first 3 years coming up front, and $54 million of that deal guaranteed. This is a deal that works for both sides. It allows Jaylon Johnson to hit that free agent market again when he is 28. It is a very, I kind of look at the now the tag on this deal is, listen, good job. You allowed yourself time to get everything worked out, but you knew that you were going to get the deal locked up. Now, annually, this comes out to about $19 million per year annually on this, but with $60 million in the first front, a little bit front loaded there. Not mad at that at all. Nothing crazy on the front load on that. Not mad at that at all. And I like the fact that, you know, you've got the guarantees right. And Ryan Poles talked about that. We're coming strong with the guarantees. We're coming strong with the years. We're allowing him to hit that free agent market yet again. I think that this is a great signing for the Chicago Bears over 4 years. And you kind of got him right at about what that franchise tag number was, right? Like, yes, you had to change a few things around and give him a little bit more here, a little less there. But for the most part, you got him at about $19 million annually over the 4 years. I'm not mad at that at all for the Chicago Bears. Would love to know how you guys feel. Let me know how you feel about this deal in the comments below. What are your thoughts on now Jaylon Johnson being with the Bears long term? And is this something that you want to see? I mean, listen, here's the part that I love about this. Jaylon Johnson has talked for the entire season about how he wants to be a Chicago Bear, about how he wants to be a part of this defense, about how he wants to go out there and he wants to make an impact with the guys that he's been making impacts with, how he believes in what Matt Eberflus is putting together. He is a leader in your locker room at 24 years old. He was a player to me that you could not afford to lose, and being able to get him at a little bit less, if we're being honest, than that franchise tag there, he doesn't reset the market with this deal by any means. I mean, like, you kind of thought, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, I thought there was no way you were getting Jaylon Johnson in here without resetting the market. I thought that there was no way that you were getting Jaylon Johnson out here without breaking the bank. And I thought that Jaylon Johnson thought that of himself. Maybe the $54 million guaranteed was kind of the holdup with all of that. The guaranteed money usually is kind of where the holdup is and all of that. But Jaylon Johnson getting his big deal, and Ryan Poles doing what he said, right? I want to allow the guys to be able to go out there and continue to continue to have opportunity to show out, continue to have opportunity to make money, continue to do good by the player, doing good by Jaylon Johnson. I love the way that this contract is set up, because he'll be able to hit the free agent market again when he's 28 years old, still in the prime of his life. And if he continues this production, you would assume that he's probably still here with the Chicago Bears long term at that point. This is the thing about JJ that you had to keep around. 24 years old and an absolute leader of this young defense. I don't think that you can talk about this deal in a bad way. I'm sure that some people will. I know there's some people that didn't believe in Jaylon Johnson, but listen, here's the question that I would ask those people. What was it that you were looking for more from Jaylon Johnson? He's led the NFL in pass breakups. He's allowed the fewest percent of completion percentage by a quarterback. He allows the least amount of coverage time by a wide receiver. He allows the least amount of separation on wide receivers. Like, what part of the DB game did you want him to improve? For me, it was picks. I don't pay DBs that don't take the football away. I understand what's fair, what's unfair. I understand what you're trying to do with the DB room, right? You want to keep that continuity. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, it's about getting picks. It's about getting takeaways. It's about getting the football going the other way. And guess what? 4 times this year, Jaylon Johnson was able to do that. Is that a crazy number? No, I'm not sitting here telling you it is. But when you attach the takeaways to now a guy who kind of does take away an entire side of the field, yes, they still throw to his side. But when you talk about defensively, when Jaylon Johnson isn't out there versus when Jaylon Johnson is out there, how different it looks defensively, it's a clear night and day. Like, I wonder what you're looking for from him to do more. Are you looking for more pick sixes? Are you looking for, because to me, Jaylon Johnson last year went from being a top 15 DB in the NFL. I thought he was a really good player. All the pass breakup numbers, all that was the same, but just didn't have the takeaways. To adding in the takeaways, adding in the amount of pressure he was able to put on wide receivers to make a play, adding in how tough he is defensively, and now I would argue with you that he's better than possibly the best in Chicago. I would argue with you that he is better than Jair Alexander. I would argue with you that I don't know if there's some names on that list that are different, right? But I'm going money wise. To me, you paid less for a guy who is better than the highest paid guy in the NFL at that DB position as far as being a cornerback. Like, the fact that you were able to get a deal done like this, I think that this speaks to the Ryan Poles process. I think that it speaks to the genius that we've seen from him. I think this speaks to in Poles we trust. Y'all know how we be doing on the show. Yeah, I mean, like, that's really how Ryan Poles is dealing with every deal. And so I love this deal wholeheartedly. I think that this is a move that absolutely improves the Chicago Bears for years to come. And I think that this is a move that provides that stability while Tyreek Stevenson is developing, while you're getting more out of Terrell Smith, while you're bringing in another young safety possibly in that at that free safety spot to replace Eddie Jackson. Like, those are the things that you want to see. And so I'm glad that the Bears got this deal done. I want to know how you guys feel. How do you think that this affects the defense moving forward? And we will be talking later on the Daily Show. Normally, right, I would just wait for the Daily Show, but this is huge news, so we got to do it. But we'll be live on the Daily Show at 6, so tune in with us on that, as well as we're going to be breaking this down even more in depth. What does the Jaylon Johnson signing now do for the rest of the money that you're trying to get, now knowing that you saved a little bit of bread that you thought you were going to be spending? Not much, less than $1 million, but still, saving every penny counts in this game, man. Can't wait to hear from you guys. Can't wait to see you guys over on the live at 6. Tune in with me and the Breeze crew, man. As always, your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear down. One love. Peace.